Hey Sagittarius, it's Rose from Psychic Readings with Rose, here to bring you your timeless reading for the month of July 2024 for Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, and Cross Watchers of Sagittarius. Cross Watchers, you can find out a lot of information about your person, especially if there is a ghosting or no contact situation going on, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a love situation, whether it's a family member, whether it's a business partner. It's going to be differently for all of you because this is a general reading. And just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else who needs to hear those messages. Consider subscribing to my channel if you found this reading and you like what I have to say. Consider subscribing. Subscriptions are free. Please please share with loved ones that might resonate more with the messages that you're hearing. Um, and yes, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, stelliums. When I say stelliums, I mean three or more planets within the same sign of Sagittarius or lower level houses. If you don't know where your placements are, I strongly suggest you Google your natal chart. It is free, and you can find out a lot of information about yourself and where you have Sagittarius placements. You might have more than one placement in Sagittarius. Maybe some of you already know that. And cross watcher, maybe you're also Sagittarius and cross watching for another. Okay, so like I said, subscriptions are free. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps my channel grow. And I would love to hear from you guys if this resonates with you. And if you don't want to for personal reasons, which I totally understand, you can just send me a purple heart emoji. Okay, so let's get into your reading, Saggies, okay? Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I am praying to God and Goddess of the Most High, my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, those who walk with me beyond the veil, and my guardian angel. Okay, Spirit, let's get into it. What are the message for Sagittarius? We do have a full moon at the end of the month coming up in the sign of Capricorn. It is actually a full blue moon, and this is the second full moon in a row in the sign of Capricorn. We had one back in June. So if many of you want to work with the moon energy, I suggest Googling full moon rituals of full moon affirmations and release what no longer serves you for your greatest and highest good. It's very powerful, it's very effective, and it's at a critical degree in astrology, which means this is going to be an epic full moon. So many blessings to you. Whether you're watching this reading, I'm recording this reading on the 10th of July, but whenever this reading finds you, know that time is fluid and this is the right time for you to hear these messages from Spirit, okay? So let's get into it, Saggies, my beautiful fire signs. The recent past regarding your energy, we have the Page of Swords in the upright position. So this is positive news that just came into your life. It could have been from a child. It could have been a message from Spirit. It could have just been a text message. And it's an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So maybe some of you have a child who is an air sign, cross watcher, or maybe you're the air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, maybe you have somewhere in your rising or moon. But this is a positive message. This is a positive message of the truth that came in. Sometimes our children, if you don't have children, maybe it's your pet that came over to you and gave you a big hug, some kind of confirmation, because our pets I feel are very psychic, very intuitive, cats and dogs. I do feel like they are, one with us, maybe even more psychic than we are, right? But I do feel like this is a very lighthearted energy, a message that was just something you needed to hear recently. Maybe some good news came your way. You were hoping for some good news and you got it. Or like I said, this could be something that happened with your child that, that you're happy about. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you don't have children, so it can just be a message that comes in from Spirit, okay? Let me know in the comments, guys. Ooh, the sun in the upright position. I love this strong Leo energy. So maybe I'm speaking to many of you Sagittariuses who have a Leo moon or Leo rising, maybe Leo in your Venus, maybe you're a triple Leo crosswatcher, maybe you're a Leo, but this is a positive energy. This is the sun energy, okay? Can be something happening to amazing, it's actually, you're feeling it already. It's an amazing energy. It's like an ascended master, divine masculine energies. Maybe I'm speaking to many masculines here, divine masculines. Hello, welcome. Like I said, cross watcher, this is you. Maybe you're a man and you're interested in Sagittarius in a romantic way. Whether you date men or women, it doesn't apply. Swap it out, flip it, reverse it for your situation, because although I know for a fact the page can be both male or female, but the sun card is definitely a male. Okay. So, female Sagittarius, if you have Leo somewhere in your chart, or you're involved with a Leo, or you're going somewhere in Leo season, whatever this is an enlightenment. This is like the first day of summer, depending on where you guys live. Maybe you guys live where there's four seasons. And summer has kind of just begun. We're kind of in midsummer. But maybe you just you're feeling that beautiful vitamin D energy, like that summer feeling, that laying out, that getting tan, feeling good, basking in the masculine energy of the sun. I absolutely love it. The sun is the masculine, the moon is the feminine. Or maybe you just really am being enlightened right now. Maybe this message from the Page of Swords, whether it came through spirit, maybe it came through like a bird or like an animal. It could have been like an interesting animal that you noticed lately. It was a beautiful white cat. I think this is a ferret here. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. Beautiful furry little friend giving you a message. And definitely also this, I love this lioness energy. It looks like a lion or lioness, or uh, just really beautiful energy from the sun. We need the sun. We also need the rain. But I feel like Saggies right now, you're enjoying this beautiful sun energy, or this divine masculine energy that you're being enlightened with. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous way to start out the reading. Let's continue. Ooh, death in the future. Wow. Two major arcana cards here. Now, death is a Scorpio energy, and it is a positive energy. It speaks of rebirth. Many of you Sagittarius are into animal totems. I'm getting that. Maybe some of you align with cats or dogs, or uh, tigers, owls for sure. The snowy owl, I know that's one of mine. And look, there's looks like a rebirth is going to be taking place. Now you're already being enlightened by spirit. Okay. So this is a very spiritual, deep reading. Okay. Right now it's all about spirituality. Okay. It can absolutely be romantic if you found your divine counterpart, and you're enlightening each other. That could definitely happen if it's soulmate connection. But for many of you, this is like a spiritual quest, spiritual journey, Sagittarius. Okay, you're being very enlightened. And then come, I want to say around, September, October, when we get into Halloween season, even way before that, when we get into Scorpio season, things can really start taking off you in a really positive way as far as your spiritual beliefs, and actually watching others and loved ones around you. Now, you can have Scorpio in your chart. Okay. You could have strong Scorpio, strong Leo placements in your chart, um, very positively, or cross watcher. Maybe you're a Scorpio or a Leo. Maybe you're both. Let me know, guys. I would love to hear this, because this is beautiful. This speaks of a rebirth. The enlightenment is starting now. Okay. And then the rebirth occurs as we exit the summer months and go into the fall seasons, when we start to notice the smell in the air changes, the spirit in the air changes, the energy of the people change. But it looks like for you it's all good and positive. Okay. So that's how this reading is going. This beautiful enlightenment here. Beautiful energy. Maybe some of you are, like I said, work with animal spirits, animal totems. Some of you, maybe you're veterinarians, or you're just very much about animal rights. That's beautiful. Maybe some of you like to go out in nature and discover, and being around nature, being around animals, being you know just around that energy. um the number 19 and the number 13 might be very specific to you guys. Let me know in the comments, guys. 19 is a beautiful number. It's a very divine masculine number. To me, it's a very special number to me. Number 13 is also a very special number to me. I feel like this is really like a beautiful coming together of divine masculine, divine feminine energy here. Maybe you guys, like I do, pray to God and Goddess as opposed to just Goddess. I tend to sometimes lean more towards my divine feminine, but it's really good to bask in the divine masculine energy as well. The father energy, the brother energy, the grandfather energy. It's beautiful, right? So, yeah, some of you I feel are psychic mediums, and maybe you don't even use tarot. Maybe you just work with the energy when you're speaking to someone. You pick up on souls. Maybe you see souls that have passed on. Maybe you have a very strong connection with people beyond the veil, which is very beautiful. Yeah, and I feel like, whatever is spiritual in you and whatever is enlightening in you has just begun, and it's like already taking you by surprise. I'd love to know what this message was. Eight of Wands in reverse. So this is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius card here. So I'm speaking to many Sagittariuses that maybe this enlightenment took you by surprise, because the Eight of Wands in the reverse is something that's not growing. So what I mean is like a tree, almost like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, if you know what I'm talking about. Which is a cute tree actually. But maybe it's a tree that is that you don't see any growth. Maybe communication has stopped with someone. Cross watcher. Maybe Saggy has cut you off in communication. Maybe Saggy ended the relationship. Maybe you cut off Sagittarius and you're wondering how they're doing. Or maybe, like, and you're the one who blocked Sagittarius or walked away or not contacting, and, and you're just here to understand what Sagittarius is going through. Maybe like with the Page of Swords, you did reach out with the best intentions, but for whatever reason, nothing against you, Cross Watcher, because Sagittarius is being enlightened right now. Cross Watcher, maybe you're here to find out how. Maybe you're also a healer. Maybe you're a shaman. Maybe you're a medium. Maybe you're a psychic as well, Cross Watcher, and you're wondering, um, if Saggy is following your advice, if Saggy is um experiencing what you predicted for them to happen, and they are. But there's no communication. And that happens a lot in a spiritual awakening, especially when people realize their purpose in life and what they're here. They were enlightened in some way, they had a dream or just an epiphany. Um, Maybe they're just, they're taking time out, they're taking time off to go explore their spirituality, and that's maybe probably why there was no growth or communication with you guys. It was kind of cut off. It could have been cut off by spirit. For some of you, this was a romantic relationship that, maybe you guys had different viewpoints about religion or spirituality or even politics, which I hate to get into, so I'm not even going to go there. But whatever the case may be, let me know, guys, because I'm seeing something positive. So, cross watcher, I would suggest, if you haven't heard from Sagittarius yet and looks like you placed a message, or vice versa, Sagittarius has placed a message to you and you have not yet returned the message, Saggy is still in their element. Okay, they're still being enlightened, they're still going through a rebirth. Sometimes when people meet each other, they meet each other at this time in their lives where they're really like focused on on themselves, and they're looking to change their lives and to make it better. And maybe something happened to them where it was a life-changing event and it just was a blessing, and they just want to continue to explore the blessing and get the deeper meaning out of to why this happened to them, and they are. Okay, so maybe your energies are not for each other right now. Sometimes absence makes a heart grow fonder. We hear that all the time, and I definitely think it's appropriate here to say that. Let's clarify, of course. Spirit, give me more information about Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, and Cross Watchers of Saggy, because it definitely looks like there's no communication, but for a positive reason. So, sometimes, like I said, absence make the heart grow fonder, or sometimes people need to be alone and be with themselves and their spirit guides and God and goddess, or whoever source is to them. And they put the phone on do not disturb, or they're just gone fishing. I mean, especially if you live in the where it's summer right now. For the majority in the world, it's summer right now. And they just they don't wish to contribute to whatever it is that you're working on, crosswatcher, or Sagittarius. You're not getting communication from crosswatcher because they're not on your level as far as spirituality yet. I'm not saying that they're a lower vibration than you, because I don't feel that yet. I'm not getting that energy yet. I just feel like there's no growth between the two of you. Okay. The devil in reverse. Yeah. This is leaving something. Now, many of you cross watchers can be Capricorns. Okay. Um, and many, maybe Sag, you have Capricorn rising or Capricorn moon, or maybe you're Capricorn sun and you're here to listen to your rising and your moon. Okay. General reading. So, but the devil in reverse is great to see, especially when you're being enlightened. Okay, because I actually was just I had a reading with somebody. I was just talking to them about how as we try to get closer to source, in which we consider God, the God and goddess of the Most High, you know, uh, the dark energy will try to allure us and tempt us in. But here, and maybe that was the case for some time. Saggy singles, maybe you were, if you're recently single, maybe you got away from a toxic uh, relationship where the person had a very strong personality, but in the negative. Maybe some of you had decided to stop overindulging in things that weren't making you feel good, that weren't good for you, mind, body, spirit. Maybe you did a spiritual cleanse. And I'm talking cleanse like 7-day bath with salt and herbs, a candle, a white candle, or a pink candle, or a blue candle, or maybe a seven chakra candle. God, let me know. Maybe a yellow. Um, Purification, mind, body, spirit, eating good foods, removing the toxins from your body, starting out the day with prayer, or maybe multiple times a day in prayer and meditation, getting away from this devil energy, getting away that's something that had a grip on you. The devil's got a mean grip, but you're definitely, the sun card is definitely stronger than the devil card. Okay, I want you to know that. So nothing can be created in the darkness without the light. And it looks like, Sagittarius, you're doing a really good job of getting away from things, situations, people, places, organizations that no longer serve you for your greatest and highest good. So again, I'm going to speak about, this is amazing here. This is confirmation here that I started the reading talking about the full moon in Capricorn. Okay, it's a critical degree, it's a blue moon, right? And I feel like you were affected by the last full moon in Capricorn that we had on June 21st, on the summer solstice. Very interesting solstice. Okay. And you really work with that moon energy to remove what no longer serves you. You cancel, clear, delete your memberships to a certain group. You cancel, clear, delete that person, that society, that way of thinking, organized religion. Okay. And you're going the spiritual route. Okay, so maybe you left your church, you left your temple, you left your mosque, you left your place. You could even left your gym, okay, because you didn't like their rules. Maybe you left your yoga place because you didn't like one of the instructors, they had bad energy. Maybe you left your Reiki practitioner because they had bad energy. Maybe you left your family. Okay, the devil's in reverse. So that means that you're getting rid of vices or things or situations or people that were controlling you. Crosswatcher, maybe you need to hear this. Maybe you're a Capricorn, okay, and you're a good Capricorn, but maybe you weren't, like I said, the energies just weren't working out. Um, Capricorns are very sweet, very caring, and very sensitive. um when they're in their positive energy, and when they're not, but that goes for every sign. So I'm not going to get tripped out over this devil energy, especially because it's in reverse. It means nothing. It's a low vibration, and it doesn't control you, and it's not going to continue to control you in the future. Let's keep pulling. Spirit, giving more messages here. Queen of Pentacles, beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So I'm speaking to many, females here. I can be speaking to males, especially with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your energy. Crosswatcher, maybe you Taurus, maybe you are a Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo, strong Capricorn, male or female. Okay. If you're a male, you're working more with your divine feminine. You're evening that out with the death card here. Beautiful, right? Maybe you added something to your altar. Maybe you got a statue of a goddess that you love, or a statue of a saint or an angel. I want to say more angel, something less religious and more spiritual is what I'm picking up in here. Many of you are leaving your religion to dive into spirituality. Okay. So, and you're taking, but you're not leaving it completely, because it looks like, with this Queen of Pentacles energy, you're deciding to take this to another level. So let's say you're leaving your religion, or you're leaving away, like, the religion of your family, of your ancestors, or just something you got involved with. But you're not leaving everything behind, because you got what you needed out of it, and you're taking what resonates with you, and you're taking it into the future, and it's part of your spiritual growth. It's part of your story, male or female, gender fluid. But this, I feel like a lot heavy Capricorn energy. There's definitely a rebirth with the bunny here, with the death card for sure. Maybe some of you, okay, some of you are coming out of a phase of trying to get pregnant, whether it was you or your partner. And you decided that whatever you were doing with as far as your doctor, as far as fertility, wasn't working for you. So you decided to go the herbal route, and maybe you're taking maca root, or maybe you're taking some type of powder that increases your fertility. Maybe you're boosting your folic acid intake. Maybe you're getting like some kind of herb, from some type of flower herb, some type of flower remedy that's going to increase your fertility, so that you can get pregnant, and maybe your child will be born. You will have a Scorpio child, or maybe that's when you get pregnant. It'll be different for all of you, but that's not the same. That's not the case. Now, if you don't want children, or you do have children, you're done having children, okay, whatever the case may be, this speaks of a rebirth, okay? And one that's not just a small rebirth, because we have heavy, heavy, heavy major arcana players here, okay? Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles was Earth, so that signifies the Capricorn here. We have a little bit of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Then we have more fire energy here, Aries, Leo, Sag. So there's a bit of a mixed bag here. We don't have any water energy here yet. Actually, we do, because Scorpio is a water sign. And I know a lot of people don't think that Scorpio is a water sign, but Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces are all water signs, okay? Just that Scorpio happens to be the less sensitive of the three, because Pisces and Cancer tend to be more emotional, more empathic, and not that Scorpio isn't psychic, not that Scorpio isn't empathic. They are, just that Cancer and Pisces are a little bit more over with their emotions. Not that they're overly dramatic, but they can seem that way, especially if you're not a water sign, or. So yeah, this looks great. I mean, like I said, some of you are getting pregnant, finding out you're pregnant, but you're You're breaking away from what was not serving you. Maybe you were doing IVF for a long time and that wasn't working. So now you're trying a different route and that's going to be successful for you. Let me know, guys. It's beautiful. But for many of you, you're leaving a way of life, a way of thinking, something that controlled you. If you're getting away from a partner who was very dark energy, and maybe you're actually helping your partner release their toxins as well. This doesn't have to be about a breakup. This speaks of an enlightenment. This could be actually where, there's a separation for a short period of time without a complete ending. I'm going to clarify, of course. Saggy, this is beautiful here. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's very practical, male to female, male. Very practical energy. I'm getting more very Capricornish energy, but it can be Virgo or Taurus. Okay. Very practical. They're good with their hands. They're good with gardening. They're good with creating stuff. They're very creative. They like to explore. They're very grounded in the earth energy, and they're well off as far as wealth. They're wealthy and healthy, but they're generous. There is no, especially with the devil reverse, there's no ego. You know, we all have ego. We all have narcissism in us somewhere sometimes, when we get mad. But this is showing it a very practical female who is very generous with her earnings. Maybe she gives to charity. Maybe she's buys nice gifts for people. Maybe she treats herself well because she works hard, so why not, right? And then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is absolutely a card of returning to faith. Returning to faith here. Okay, so for many of you, this is leaving your organized religion, possibly to go to another one. But I have a feeling that it could actually be like a meditation studio, a yoga studio, an enlightenment center. It could have been an organization that was based on spirituality, but was more like a business. And you were lacking you didn't feel like it was working for you, so you returned to faith. And I do feel that many of you have strong Capricorn, or I do feel like many cross watchers, you are Capricorn. Um, Cross watchers, you might want to check out if you're Capricorn, you might want to check out the Capricorn reading and see if there are messages there for you. Okay. So this is definitely an energy of returning to faith and, taking what resonates with you, like I said, from what you've learned from an organization or some type of religious organization, or just some kind of group or network. Okay. Breaking away from that, not having an issue. No one's trying to persuade you. And if they are, it's not hitting you because you have your mind set here and you're protected. And you're returning to, I have a feeling that some of you were spiritual and then you decided to become more organized with your spirituality. And then you felt like, no, that wasn't working for you because you want to be independent and self-sufficient, and you want to just bask in the freedom and the peace and the free will that we have in life. um and that's all about healing and being enlightened, and just really coming out of the cold. Maybe some of you had a cold for quite some time and you're feeling better now. And maybe the medication that you were taking wasn't working for you. The antibiotics weren't working. So you decided to maybe get some honey, maybe get some, immune booster herbs, and, work with that. And that's actually helping you get better. Maybe you're juicing. There's a lot of health here. There's a lot of health and wealth here. And I believe when you're healthy, you're wealthy. And when you're wealthy, you're healthy, and there's no ego, no narcissism, no like chip on your shoulder about it. You think you're better than anyone else or nothing like that. That's not the energy I'm picking up on. Crosswatcher, maybe you are like this and you're trying not to be this way, and you're wondering what happened to Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius doesn't want to be controlled by anybody, you know? The Lovers reverse. So for a lot of you, yeah, you did break off with a karmic partner or a twin flame. You could have even broken off with a soulmate, and it could have been about um, different beliefs in religion and different beliefs about the world and how it operates. And, not to say that couples can't work and friends can't be friends of different faiths and different cultures and different, associations and beliefs about the world. Um, but here it wasn't working. The strong Gemini energy, another major arcana card. So, Saggies, you are really, really going through a major shift in your life. And I do feel it was strongly connected to the full moon of last month on the summer solstice. And again, with this full blue moon that we're having, I don't know the exact date, but I know it's a critical full moon where you're just removing yourself from situations and people and energies, and you're just being free. It's almost like you're a free spirit. Whether you're partnered up or whether you're single, many of you are breaking off with a friendship here, okay? This could be a friendship, okay? Gemini, strong Gemini energy that just, you two just really weren't seeing eye to eye about anything, and your beliefs and their beliefs were affecting this friendship, Sag. So you had to let this person go. If this was a family member, okay, this could have happened in Gemini season where you broke off with a family member. For me, I'm seeing a lot of you. This was like breaking away from big pharma, and maybe breaking away from pharmaceuticals and or medication altogether. I'm going to clarify the Lovers here because I need to know what this was. Hope you guys can see it. I'm going to push it up because it is the Queen of Swords in the upright position. So the Queen of Swords here is a Gemini, and I don't think it's the same person here, this younger energy. And like I said, this can be a male or female, but there are two females here. Okay, so there are two court cards here. So there are people. Looks like, Sag, you were cut off from a Gemini female or a twin flame, okay, or a same-sex relationship. Maybe you tested the waters, male or female, and it just wasn't working. It doesn't look like much went on as far as like physically either. It just wasn't for you. Or maybe it was just a friendship. But I also feel like many of you have strong Gemini in your chart, Sagittarius, and you had to do the breaking off of this, and maybe it was in early June. Maybe it was somewhere from like June 6th, June 7th until the 18th, 19th. This might have happened because this is in the recent past. Somebody might have told you something about this queen, but the Queen of Swords, she's in the upright position. So, maybe both of you are right and maybe both of you are wrong. I'm speaking to more females here than I am males, but I do have strong masculine energy. So, Queen of Wands in the reverse, Saggies. Saggies. We have three queens here. So I'm just going to say this, Sagittarius. I think that you're leaving your what's familiar to you and what's familiar to your family. Maybe as a child, you always felt different, that your religious beliefs, your family's religious beliefs, or the way they conducted their family life, or whatever the traditions, it just wasn't, it didn't feel right to you. Um, with the three females here, there can be, toxicity with one of them. Okay. Or maybe you're getting more into that triple goddess energy, which is maiden, mother, throne, maiden, mother, crone. Many of you are going through a rebirth, and it can be that for females, you're going through a rebirth where you're no longer the maiden and you're still the mother, but you're croning. You're going into your croning years. And as you're going into croning years, you're taking up on that triple goddess. If you want to Google triple goddess and what that's all about, please do. It's very interesting. It's a very beautiful uh, spiritual belief. Um, I love it, and I'm picking up on a lot of it. But the Queen of Wands in reverse here. This doesn't necessarily have to be you, Sagittarius. This could be another. It could be an Aries. It can be a Leo. Okay, but I have a feeling it's not a Leo and it's not Sagittarius. It's like an Aries, male or female, but strong feminine energy coming through. Um, this could have a lot to do with the breakup here. Okay, so a female could have come in, if this is friendship, you know, and this is male and female, but a female could have come in and said, listen, hey, your friend is not who you think your friend is. You think this Aries person is, they're a certain way and they're not. They're actually in their negative. Okay, and they have negative beliefs and they're judging you by what you're doing and the road that you're on, but you're still staying in your grounded in your energy. You're not allowing this fiery, dangerous woman or male to control and to sabotage. You're not. So, and there's nothing you really need to do about it because you're under such heavy guidance from your spirit guides and you're being guided in the right way. The devil cannot even get you. Okay, cannot get to you. And you're going to find out that this Queen of Wands reversed could have had something to do, if this was a romantic relationship between men and women, or men and men, or female and female. There was a female who enticed, or a male who enticed this union, but I don't feel this union, either it's made you a better person, or this person wasn't for you. Strong Gemini energy. Okay. So that could be the situation here. I want to get more about this rebirth and get away from this. Cross watcher, if you are the Queen of Wands in reverse, if that's your energy, if you're an Aries, um, what you're doing is not cool. But that's just a few of you cross watchers, because I think most of you cross watchers have the best intentions here for Saggy. Let's see, important spirit, tell me more about this rebirth and here, this death card. Number 13, lucky 13, lucky 19. Let's see here. King of Pentacles. Wow. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Strong Capricorn energy is here. Strong Earth energy is here, Saggy. Saggy, this could be you if you have Taurus rising or Taurus moon, or some other strong placement of Taurus. But the King of Pentacles is one of the most wealthiest kings of the deck. Okay? And again, there's no ego and no narcissism and no overspending and no El Cheapo either. Okay? This is philanthropy energy. This is someone who makes money and is like a philanthropist too. They give back, and I felt that energy. Maybe you give to an organization. Maybe this is starting some type of charity. A lot of animal rights. I'm getting a lot of this going on here. King of Pentacles, the females, if you are breaking up with this person because they were cheating on you with a third party, okay, they could have been cheating on either a stripper or a person who sleeps with people for money, okay, or just a person who's just out of their mind and will do anything to get your man, like crazy, very very disturbed, fire starter, troublemaker, uh could have been enticed by this Queen of Wands in reversed, and you couldn't get over, you couldn't forgive that person. You decided to go within and forgive yourself for allowing this to happen to you. And you know what I mean by that? Because sometimes when we encounter somebody, male or female, and we get involved with them romantically or friendship, but let's just say romantically for argument's sake, it's not always their fault. Of course, they're not a good person for what they did to us. But when we allow, when we sacrifice too much and we give too much and we allow these people to come into our lives and mess it all up, which I see that they didn't. They hurt you in some way, yeah. But and maybe you manifested this person, you were working with a divine masculine energy to bring in a masculine energy. Men if you date men, women if you date women, the same thing. Um, what I'm saying is maybe you had to do a lot of soul searching and forgiving yourself as to why. Uh, I feel like you definitely had warning signs, like somebody was telling you, or your inner voice was telling you. Maybe that's why you're going through this rebirth, because now you're realizing that your intuition is strong and you get messages. You get messages, Saggies, when you go outside and you just stand in the grass, or you just walk on the concrete, or you go outside and you plant a flower, or you water the flowers, and you get psychic hits coming to you. You get enlightened that way. That could be. We have to forgive ourselves. So many Sagittarius are going through a self forgiveness and self awareness, and really learning about your soul and where your soul comes from. And maybe you're diving into the Akashic records, and maybe you're working with sacred geometry. Maybe you're working with learning sacred Wicca, shamanism, some type of spiritual practice, paganism that was very enlightening, very healing. It could be a Native American as well. It's beautiful. Definitely Native American, I'm getting here too. Indigenous practices, beautiful. And you're going within, and all of a sudden, boom, come a very spiritual season, which is around October 27th through November 2nd or 3rd, depending on the calendar year, is a very spiritual time for people. There are many holidays, whatever you celebrate. It's Halloween times. There's a lot of pumpkins and stuff, and it feels good in the air. The weather changes. And then there's Samhain, which is a Celtic, a pagan Wiccan holiday. There's also All Souls Day, which is beautiful. Especially if you're a mediumship and you work with the dead and you'd like to speak to people who have passed on, ancestors. It's All Saints Day. Like I said, maybe you left an organized religion, but you still have your favorite saints, your favorite deities from that religion. That's beautiful as well. But here comes this King of Pentacles, gender, gender neutral here. It's a general reading. So, like I said, if this is resonating with you very much, or you feel like somebody else can benefit from this, like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, like I've said. Or you can email me to set something up with psychicreadingswithrose@gmail.com. I also have information in my description box. And I am on Instagram at Psychic Readings with Rose. So definitely, I'd love to hear from you. So boom, when we leave the summer and we're coming into, the Scorpio season, here comes in this very stable energy of the King of Pentacles. It's Sagittarius, this can be you, crosswatcher, this can be you in your energy. Maybe you're being more practical and less, burning of money or whatever. Okay. There is a ritual, money burning ritual, that we send money, we burn it under the full moon, because I'm getting a lot of full moon and Capricorn energy here being worked with. It's really beautiful. Maybe some of you send, or maybe you did a full moon release and you burned some type of piece of paper, you burned something that you needed to get rid of in order to release it. Okay. Because Sagittarius, you are fire, right? But some of you did a ritual, a money burning ritual, to gain prosperity and abundance, and it's like money that you could buy like at a holistic store, or some type of metaphysical shop, that's actually like fake money, but it looks like real money. I'm not really sure or too familiar with it. Could actually be old money that your ancestors had that no longer, just you're giving up to them. Maybe you have an abundance of a currency from another country or something like that. I'm getting a lot of information here. You let me know in the comments, guys. And you're doing a ritual. You're burning and giving money to your ancestors. They blessed you back with prosperity and abundance. So that could be something else that you're doing. Um, and then all of a sudden, this King of Pentacles walks in to kind of like swoop you away. Very slow and steady. This person's probably been watching you for a while, not in a creepy way, because they're not creepy. King of Pentacles upright is not creepy. Very practical. Very, very nice. Very patient. Very gentle. Very smart with money. Very smart with their abundance. Very responsible. So yeah, let me know, guys. I really love this energy that you're in. I love that you're breaking away from the status quo and starting your own uh, spiritual practice, and getting away from this third party energy that didn't work out for you. You weren't able to forgive this person, and that's okay. We don't always have to. Or maybe you are forgiving this person, but they're not coming along with you for the ride for the rest of your life. You're meeting somebody else. And that often happens, especially if you do some type of love ritual. Okay. Maybe you didn't ask the universe for exactly what you wanted. So you're trying to figure out how to ask the universe for exactly what you want out of a person, male or female, fluid here, general reading. And somebody had come into your life and love bombed the hell out of you, but then they got taken away by a third party. But boom, because you asked the universe for exactly what you wanted, or you made your petition, you changed up your petition, you burned it as to what you don't want. Okay, because this is full moon energy and I'm picking up on. You burned what you don't want. Maybe you burned this person's picture, you burned something of this person that they gave to you because they cheated on you. Okay, or maybe this was a friend betrayed you, backstabbed you, slept with your man, or talked bad about you, whatever. It's gonna be different for everybody. Let me know, guys. And you're choosing to forgive this person, but you don't have to let them know. Okay, and that's very commendable, and that's very big of you, and it takes a lot to do that when someone has scorned you. But you're in a better place now, so you can forgive that person and wish them the best. But they're not going to have a seat at your table anymore, because the King of Pentacles is going to be here. So the universe rewards you. Sometimes it doesn't work out one person, but then boom, another person comes along and you're not expecting it. But because you stayed true to yourself and you didn't let the devil energy get to you, you broke away from the devil energy. The universe kissed you and blessed you with someone better for you. Okay, so I'm going to end this reading on this. It was a beautiful, beautiful reading. It was a very spiritually enlightened reading. Like I said, whether it was a lover or a family member, there's somebody new coming in, or a friendship, new coming in. That's life changing. Someone who sees things the way you see it. Someone who views the world the way you view it. And maybe actually they have a thing or two to teach you, and you're willing to learn. You're very eager to learn new things. Much love and light to you, Saggies. I love you. Take care.